do you want me to kind of...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Feature Teacher. We are privileged and honoured to have with us one of the country's well-known teachers, and that is the fabulous Mr. Steve Thomas. Yay!
Hello.
Yeah, we
Hello. You're right. You are privileged. You're right. You're right. My time is very valuable, Pete.
But of course.
How are you, Jules?
We're
good. You?
I'm all right. Thank you. Yes.
You're looking like you caught the sun.
I've had my tits out most of the week with the good sunshine a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, feeling good. The man tan is coming along nicely.
Good. And can we just make it clear now? We've kind of dressed accordingly for this interview.
Yeah.
And guess who hasn't? So, for those that don't know Steve is well known for the old whitey tighty, and tonight he graces us in some sort of grey thing.
This is black.
This is black. I'm surprised you didn't get the memo. It's just not good enough.
Home Steve is all about black t-shirts. People.
Home Steve is black t-shirts. Wow.
Okay. Do you know why I wear white t-shirts?
No. Why do you wear the white t-shirts?
Well, basically, when you're teaching on stage, like Weekenders or whatever, a memo came round saying you're not allowed to wear black. Now, my I know. So my weight goes up and down like Luther Vandross. Actually, is one reason. So I tend to like to wear black because it's rather slimming.
Yeah.
But if you go stage at Canberra or Southport or whatever, you're not allowed to wear black. And I thought, well, there's only two, because I'm also a very sweaty man under the lights. So there's two colours you can wear that
I'm totally with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either wear black or you can wear white. Yeah. And because black is out of the equation, I thought, well, the only other option is white. So that's why I wear white. And if you start to wear patterns and stuff, and then you wear that pattern twice, people will go, he's worn that t-shirt already. So I thought, plain white. Solves this issue. A couple of years ago, I thought, right, I'm going to show people why I only wear white. I wore a pink one. And when I start to sweat, the sweat kind of goes like that on my, and it looks like someone's daubed something rude on the front of me as the class goes on. So that's why.
Oh, there you go. That's one question done out the way. Fantastic.
It's an exclusive.
There you go. That's what it's all about. You've heard it here first. If you didn't know that. So
on the subject of outfits, what is with the outfit from the Dance in Your Pants video that you're wearing?
Yeah, well, just before the lockdown happened, Nadia and I said we just had a little bit of time together because she lives just down the road and I haven't seen her for a while. So it was like just before lockdown happens, need to get some videos done because you're not going to be able to do them when the lockdown happens. You have no access to a woman.
Yeah.
So all right, fine. So right, what can we do? So we thought we'd do a couple of serious ones and like proper ones where we were in our pants, white t-shirt, obviously. But I want to do a few kind of old school retro Ceroc moves.
Yeah.
And she said, well, how can you differentiate this from that? She said, I know, I got a wig in the back. So
so it's not your wig?
It's not mine, no.
Not sure I believe that. You sure?
No, I'm afraid not. Yeah, I don't have a Sant Turner style dressing up box at my disposal, unfortunately. But yeah, Nadia had a wig kicking around. So.
Oh, brilliant.
Nadia's cohabitant, rather. That's not Nadia's wig.
Right. Oh, okay. She's not even claiming responsibility for the wig.
No.
That's what it was.
It's a borrowed wig. But yeah, it's just so when people then look at the video, they can see by the absence of a wig or the presence of a wig, whether it's a retro video or a serious one.
Right. Okay. That's okay.
Clever.
So I gather that this is one of a series of videos then that you've done.
I managed to do 9 before the lockdown happened, and on the Ceroc Evolution page, we have released 7 so far.
Yeah. Is that on Facebook?
On Facebook, yeah. Facebook.com/Ceroc Evolution.
Nice one. Yeah.
Thank you. And we've sent them all to Tim, and I believe he's released a couple on the Dance in Your Pants page of the Ceroc website.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
But so, you can access the 7 so far.
More of them, they can find more of them on the Ceroc Evolution at the moment.
Yeah. They're all there
I'm sure
video.
he'll probably post them at some point on the Dance in Your Pants. I think
I'm sure he will. Otherwise, people would be sick of me because I don't say many of them.
Drip feeding Steve. He's drip feeding.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you can't have too much Steve out there at the moment. It'll just flood the market. So the other big thing that happens at the moment, Steve, that you're obviously organising and taking care of is the QIYP, the quiz in your pants kind of thing. So explain a little bit about that, when you're on, how it's happening.
Well, the videos are all very well, but I think, as you guys are finding out with your excellent people really engage with live content, don't they? That's what people want to see. That's what they're missing, that kind of interacting with people.
Yeah.
And we normally do the quiz at Canberra and at Breen in the pub, Saturday and Sunday lunchtimes. And as I say, I don't have access to a woman, so I can't do kind of online dance classes at the moment. My solo male styling classes can only go so far. So I thought, well, maybe we could get a quiz running. The first one I did was before the lockdown happened at Shea St. Turner. And subsequently, since then, I've just been doing it in my own flat. And it's kind of like a live at-home version of what we do at Canberra. I get different people on from all around the country to guest host a round. And you guys are going to have to come on next week.
I think I'm washing my hair. But...
no worries.
So next week, it happens every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So next week you guys can come on and you get to choose whether because I haven't got anyone else lined up for next week either yet.
Okay.
So you get to choose either general knowledge or TV. Which one you'd like to?
TV.
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 Yeah, I'll go for that. Yeah.
TV, and it's up to you. I can write the questions, or you can write the questions.
Oh, we'll chat more. We'll chat more how you want to do it.
Off air, love.
Yeah, off air, sweet. Yeah, we'll talk about that more off air. But that's we can. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm sure I can fit that into my heavy work schedule.
Crowbar it in.
Good.
Oh,
good. But every Wednesday from the same place, the Ceroc Evolution page, and then we release at 7 o'clock. We release the table rounds, just normally a picture of questions. Do at the end, and then 8 o'clock we go live and have some fun. That's good.
Fantastic. Cool. All right. And don't forget, folks, as we're watching now, obviously, there is a fun fact about Steve, which you will be getting a little later on. Steve is going to disclose it. So don't forget, have a little think on. You've got 3 choices. One of them's true. As you well know, those who are regular to the show know that one of them's true. And we will post up your thoughts, comments, and potential answers. See who's going to be right on the night. So we look forward to seeing that. So for those of you, obviously, we run this feature every week, and we're making it a 2-parter. So this is our little first section with Steve that we just had a lovely chat with. We're going to come back in about 5 or 10 minutes after a little break and talk to you more. Don't go away. We'll be back shortly.
Because he does a similar thing.
And we're back. Welcome back to part 2 again with the fabulous Steve Thomas. He hasn't run away. He hasn't left us.
We haven't scared him away.
I haven't got anywhere to go.
We had a quick chat off air and he slagged off so many people, but I'm so glad we're not broadcasting that because we decided it's best to edit it all out. So, if you're curious, you just message Steve and say, you've been talking about me. So, controversy, that's what this show's all about. Live controversy.
Blackmailable material you've got.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. So, Jules, let's kick things off with our All About Steve Thomas.
Yeah, okay. So, Steve, I want to talk to you a little bit about how you got into dancing.
I got into dancing for a very strange route.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I was a DJ. I used to do weddings, student unions, all rough boozers in southeast London, that kind of thing. And I was in a job centre with my friend who, we'd both just been kicked out of sixth form. We went to the job centre. He was looking for a job. I was kind of already had a bit of an income. I was working in a gym, and he just picked up a thing, a little one of these advertisements cards saying, "Yeah, this will be one for you." It said, "DJ wanted, must have own records."
Cool.
And it was Ceroc. So I walked into a Ceroc venue for my interview, and it was very basic DJ setup, playing pretty basic music, and there was about 200 people all dancing to whatever he played, which, as a DJ who's not experienced dancing before, it was like, what is this? This is the easiest gig in the world.
Yeah.
And it was. I had to lie about my age.
Right.
I was 17 by then, and he needed someone who was 18, so I lied.
Yeah.
It was that. And that's how I got into Ceroc, through the job centre.
Before you started dancing, then?
Yeah, they made me join in, because I was
That doesn't surprise me.
I'm a lad from southeast London, and dancing is not the kind of thing that my type tends to do or migrates towards, or at least that's what I thought back then. It was, dancing, no. And so joined in. They said, you have to join in. You have to kind of understand what people want to dance to by taking part. And I was rubbish for like a long time. So a good couple of months of just doing the arm jive over and over again. And
throwback. How long have you been dancing the arm jive?
I could, Jules. And that was in 1997.
Yeah.
Crikey.
And in 1997, and then it took me about 6 months to get to the point where I was any good.
Yeah.
Like any good at all, to the point where I could get to the end of the song without going. Do you know what I mean? At some point, so.
Oh, it's really nice. We're finding it's really nice, because some of the teachers we spoke to have all had similar things. They've all started off and made it very clear that when they first started, they didn't know what they were doing. They felt absolutely crap. It was like the pair of us, we were all the same. It was months before we got into it. So again, we always reiterate to anybody who's new out there or just looking to get involved, there's no rush. You don't have to be on Strictly this time next week. You're fine. Just take your time. If it took Steve 6 months to master the arm jive, then anything's possible.
Hey, I didn't say I mastered it. I just
okay. Sorry. I was being a bit presumptuous there, Steve. I thought you moved on.
No.
Which is
still haven't quite got to the grips with that.
See, I thought you'd mastered it, and this is why we were just going to roll into the fact. So how and when did you actually become a teacher, and where can you remember when you first taught and things like that?
I do very well. So so I got to the point where 6 months in, I was getting to the point where I was quite confident. Well, not confident, but confident enough to get to the point where I was dancing, and I was dancing away from where I was working a little bit to go and meet the people and whatever. I used to do a little bit of dancing in London.
You've got the bug.
Yeah, kind of like, but you develop a friendship circle, don't you?
Yeah,
and so I had my normal friends, and none of them, for the same reasons I didn't naturally gravitate towards dancing, had any interest in it whatsoever. But I'd also kind of acquired some sort of friends. So I would go and meet them in London, because that's where all the young people were that I could hang out with. And Ceroc was, at the time, going on a drive to try and kind of find younger people to be teachers, because quite a lot of the teachers were kind of older. So there wasn't very many young people around, full stop. So frankly, they were desperate. And the people that I was working for kept sending older people up who were quite good dancers, but for audition and stuff, and they kept getting knocked back. Nope, send us some young people. We know you've got a couple. And I was asked to be a teacher by a couple of franchises, namely London and Surrey. And then eventually the people I was working for in Kent got wind of the fact that the other people were kind of sniffing around me and like, well, we were going to ask you anyway, so why not do it for us? So I was like, okay, yeah. So I went on an audition. My audition was a chat with Janie Cronin, and a dance with Janie Cronin, and then that was it. I passed. That was my teacher audition, and
that sounds a lot easier than the audition that I went on.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, as a panel member these days, Jules, I can tell you, it is considerably easier now. It's a whole day.
It was a whole day. Yeah.
They put you through the ring. You have to teach and move and all sorts. Not anymore. Not then. No. It was just a quick chat. You any good? You plan on being around for a while?
Oh, you're any good.
That was it.
That sounds like one of my first jobs. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. Right, okay. You can work for us. Oh, fantastic.
So that was early 99, and then in June 1999, I became the youngest teacher ever.
Ah, and how were you at the time?
I was 19, but
amazing.
Yeah, I'm 40 now. Yeah, so that record has subsequently been smashed by all sorts of fetuses, but back then.
So apart from obviously the Ceroc, do you teach anything else, or is it just pure Ceroc now? He's put a smile on his face, like, do I have to tell you that?
I've been trying to teach my daughter a bit of Spanish. That hasn't been going very well. But other than that, no. I've just Ceroc.
And Silk, I take it though.
Branches of the same tree.
Branches, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool. So when you're not dancing, when you're not in the dance world, what do you do outside of dancing? What's your hobbies? What are your
Well, when I was younger, Jules, I was quite a good cricketer, and despite not having my own knees anymore, I still managed to keep that up. So I play cricket during the summer.
And are you any good?
I don't like to toot my own horn. But I'm all right. I can't run anymore, but then I never really played it in such a way that required a lot of running. So that's, stand in the slips and watch the ball go past me and smash it about. That's basically my thing. But yeah, I used to be quite good. I used to play like junior county standard till the knees went.
Excellent.
Oh, cool.
But
that's it. Fantastic. Right.
Not anymore.
We're almost
Not
coming
anymore.
up to the end of the interview, and obviously at the end we're going to get Steve to reveal his fun fact. But before we do that, as always, our lovely little quick fire round. This is the only bit of we never ever prep our guests about, and this is where they go, what? I can't think about it now. We've just got to go with it. So we're going to crack on. I'll start.
Okay.
So here we go, Steve. Silk or Ceroc?
Silk.
White t-shirt or black t-shirt?
Black.
Hosting or judging?
Hosting.
Quiz or charades?
Quiz.
Dance with a stranger or fixed partner?
Dance with a stranger.
Southport or Canberra?
I have to say Canberra, don't I?
Do you know what? That's awesome. We go through this, and we've always decided the Southport or Canberra gets a great response every time. Apart from Lindsay was like that, but everyone else is like.
What? Did Lindsay say Southport?
Oh, Lindsay and Andy were straight on it with Southport. Yeah, they were like no hesitation.
It's a difficult one because it's like the professional and then there's the personal. So
yes, yeah. That's it. This is it. We tried to throw some tweaks in there specific for you guys. So that's great. So anyway, thanks, Steve. It's been absolutely fabulous, and I'm not going to forget the fun fact, Jules. Don't panic. I almost did this the other week. I almost wrapped up and completely forgot to ask the question. So for all of you out there who've been guessing and having a go at thinking what is the answer, Steve is now going to reveal the answer to the fun fact is...
Delia Smith is my cousin.
Well, there you go. It's all happening.
True.
Got that one right.
True story. Yeah, I regularly.
Where are you?
And have you?
She'd been on the cooking sherry.
Have you her cooking skills?
I'm as good at drinking cooking sherry as she is, which is the thing. No. I'm not terrible. I'm not going to be writing any books anytime soon.
Fair enough.
Well,
yeah, but no, we regularly pop up and see her in Norwich and watch a game of football and stuff.
Oh, awesome!
She's a very nice woman.
Someone's got to.
I would say that.
Excellent. You have to say that. You get in trouble.
I'd say that exactly. Should be on the phone. Absolutely. Should be on the phone. Well, I saw you on that Ceroc Fleet interview.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for chatting to us, Steve. It's been a real pleasure.
Guys, my pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you on the quiz next week.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll be there. We'll definitely have to be there now. We've committed to it. Again, exactly. Thanks, Steve. It's been an absolute joy to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Thomas.
I thank you.
Bye-bye.